Hello, beautiful gentlemen of the world. This is Dr. Dain Heer with Access Consciousness for the Return of the Gentleman series. So in this particular video, I'll be answering a question I got from a participant of the Return of the Gentleman series, which is how to have more nurturing relationships with other men. Whew! This is interesting because the gentlemen of the world, the seeker types of the world, the people that actually desire to be the greatness that men can be in the world, oftentimes their greatest challenge is relationships with other men. Now, why is that? Well, there's so many things that go into that, but a lot of you that truly are gentlemen or desire to see yourselves as gentlemen have your entire life thought somehow you didn't get what being a man was about. You didn't understand. It's like everybody else wanted to watch football and drink beer, and you're like, yeah, but I kind of want to go to the opera. I kind of want to hang out with girls and talk about my feelings. I kind of want to do some cool stuff for people. You know, it's like you've had a different bent in life ever since you've been here. So the first aspect of this in creating nurturing relationships with other men is, number one, recognize you're not wrong. Recognize that there are other men out there like you, and stop trying to create nurturing relationships with men who are not nurturing. I know it's like rocket science, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, that was amazing. Oh my God, that's so profound. But we keep trying to create nurturing relationships with the most judgmental people in our lives, rather than the people that don't have judgment, that actually see us as a gift and have value and have fun with them. Okay, now how do you know this? Well, I mean, let's look at this for a moment. You know, a lot of guys want to have a great relationship with their father, except their father's a judgmental asshole. You're never going to have a great relationship with a judgmental asshole until you get over caring about the fact that they're a judgmental asshole and being grateful for whatever it is they've given you, whatever it is they've shown you. And then when you have that gratitude and you don't try to undo their judgment and their fundamental point of view in life, you start to have a totally different relationship. Like, I can't tell you the number of men who have watched this series so far who send me emails saying, oh my God, you know what? I always wanted my dad to love me. Thanks to some of the stuff you said and some of the tools I've been using on the Return of the Gentleman series, I don't try to get him to love me anymore. I don't really care, but I'm grateful for the fact that he gave me a body. I'm grateful for the areas in which he was kind to me. I'm grateful for what he showed me about life. I'm grateful, like for example, I'm grateful my dad showed me how to drive. I can drive, I know how to drive, thanks. And I don't just mean drive, I mean drive at 98 miles an hour in between cars and go wherever I want to go and have no problem with that. And so I'm really grateful for that with my dad as an example, but that's one of the things I'm extremely grateful for. And so these people have said, look, I've stopped trying to get my dad to love me in the way I thought it had to be. I'm just grateful for what he has given me. And I'm grateful for what I've given myself as a result of having him. And this is the other thing you want to get is you want to ask, what am I grateful to for me that I've chosen as a result of having the men in my life that I've had? And you got to get that some of you have had non-nurturing, non-caring men in your life. It made you even more caring for other people. And so this has been a longer video than I thought. Sorry, this is a really big subject. I'm trying to cover it in 3 minutes. Just not happening. I apologize. But you want to recognize that part of this is also not making anybody else wrong. Okay? Get over the idea that your dad is wrong and all the men in your life are wrong, and all the relationships, the nurturing relationships you tried to create with them. Don't worry about it. They are who they are. And I gotta say, you knew who you were choosing, easy for me to say. You knew who you were choosing as a father when you came in, so recognize that, be grateful for that, and recognize that there's a totally different possibility available now. So, first thing, rather than trying to create nurturing relationships with non-nurturing people, find the nurturing guys in the world, the people that are more like you. And the other thing is, stop trying to make anybody wrong. And then the other thing is, one thing I really got to address that's going to sound really weird, especially in a really short video, but a lot of you gentlemen around the world have been made wrong because when you're sensitive, when you're caring, when you're kind, when you're nurturing, when you're sweet, you keep thinking you must be gay. Well, guess what? You may not be, okay? Or you may be. You may be kind, caring, nurturing, and sweet, and gay too. It doesn't fucking matter. Your sexuality is irrelevant in this conversation. I don't care if you have sex with donkeys, as long as the donkey's consenting, okay? But what we've done is, when you're as different as you are, when you're somebody who would watch a video like this, a lot of times you come up with the conclusion that you must be gay because you're so different. Because you don't just want to watch football and drink beer and by the way, gentlemen can also watch football and drink beer. Just saying. There's no exclusion here, kids. So what you start to realize is there's a different possibility available that actually includes you. And if you're going to create nurturing relationships with other men, you have to get over the male stereotypes. So how many judgments, decisions, conclusions, and computations do you have about what a man truly is and what a gentleman is? Everything that is times a gazillion, we destroy and create it, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, shirts, boys, and beyonds. Okay, so the other thing that I want to point out to you is, and this is vital, and this really is sort of the crux of this whole thing, you have to actually start being nurturing to you. Ah! You know, like, what would that be like? I mean, just ask yourself, what would I choose today if I were being nurturing to me and my body? And it may just be for a few minutes. It may be like acknowledging your body while you're taking a hot shower. It may be not judging you. In fact, that may be what it is continuously, not judging you. But in order to create nurturing relationships with others, men included, you have to be willing to actually nurture you and be kind to you and care for you. And I'll tell you, one of the things that sticks us most as men is our judgments of men. So let me do a little bit of clearing before I end this extremely long video. So let's look at this for a moment. So how many lifetimes have you been a man? Just get that energy. Okay. Quite a few lifetimes. Now, how many lifetimes have you been a woman? Ah! Get that energy. How many of your judgments of men are from the lifetimes in which you were a man? And everything that is, we destroy and create it, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys and beyonds. How many of your judgments of men are from the lifetimes in which you were a woman? Everything that is times a godzillion, we destroy and create it, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys and beyonds. And how many of your judgments of men in this lifetime are not even yours? How many of them are from the other men around you that have been around you since you were born? Everything that is times a godzillion, we destroy and create it, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys and beyonds. How many of your judgments of men are from the women that you've been around or known or been associated with in this lifetime? Everything that is times a godzillion, we destroy and create it, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys and beyonds. Prime thing, guys, get out of judgment of men because you are one. If you do that, your nurturing relationships with men will go through the roof. Thank you so much for watching this extremely long video. I hope it was helpful to you. For the Return of the Gentleman series in Access Consciousness, this is Dr. Dain Heer. What if you, truly being you, are the gift, the change, and the possibility this world requires? You are, and I am so grateful you were on the planet. Look forward to giving you more tools next time. Bye.